ATK in this thing, TKG type of fucking.
ATK in this thing, TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, y'all know we're getting into, man. 10 new school rappers that are closest to legendary status, in my personal opinion. Now, what is new school? See, how I broke it down was I wanted to break it down by generations. Now, I'm not necessarily going to say everyone from the 2010s to now qualify. I'm just going to break it down to the past 10 years. And since 2022 is coming up, I'm going to say from 2012 up to 2022. Now, that means that you would have had to have been commercially popping or commercially popular past 2012. So I can't count artists like Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, such as them types, because they started popping around the 2010s, 2011, 2009 even. Guys like Mac Miller, Kid Cudi, even Tyler the Creator do not count for this list, just to make it a lot more fair for the other folks on this list. Because if 2010 did count, then essentially all those people would be on this list pretty much, and you know, those are just way too expected. But the other people I have on here, I had to do a lot of digging. I had to really search, listen, you know, not really listen to music, because all these people I have listened to a ton, and some of these may have a small serving size as far as how long they've been in the rap game, but as far as their career trajectory and where I think they're headed, that is what we're going to be talking about today. So beyond any case, with all that being said, keep in mind this is my opinion, and I will show you guys the honorable mentions either after this video or in a community post. But beyond any case, let's get this shit started.
Trying to call me a snake, shit, I guess I can relate, cause a bitch spit a whole lot of venom. And since these
kicking this off at number 10, we've got Megan Thee Stallion with 40%. And you either think she's too high or too low. There is no in between. Now, let me talk to both sides, starting off with the people that think she's too high. Megan Thee Stallion has paid her fucking dues, okay? She's an elite rapper in the game. She's essentially one of very few popular female rappers in a time and age where men still really dominate the game. Now, the only credible female rapper back in the day was Nicki Minaj from 2009 to 2017 when Cardi B popped up on the scene. And let me tell you something, she has not slowed down since. Well, kinda. And that kind of segues into my, you know, people that think she's too low. Now, Megan Thee Stallion is starting to turn more into a celebrity than she is a rapper. I know rappers are essentially already celebrities, but my terms are different. See, Megan Thee Stallion is becoming more famous for the drama that surrounds her name. And yes, no, it's not her fault what happens, and no, you know, Megan, Tory shouldn't have shot her, and blah blah blah, and whatever. I'm not gonna indulge any of this drama. But Megan Thee Stallion in 2020 was supposedly the biggest she's ever been in her career, without really putting out that much music at that point. Yes, WAP had came out, but it really was more for Cardi than it was for Megan. Now, let me tell you something. All of that attention that had nothing to do with rap, and she was getting thrown awards left and right for Woman of the Year, Rapper of the Year, and she's a big influence to the rap game. And what did she influence? Essentially, Megan Thee Stallion had been doing what Nicki Minaj was kind of talking about all fucking year, only not to a higher degree. Nicki Minaj has been in videos twerking and dropping her ass for fucking a decade. Pretty much a decade. And she was not labeled a sex symbol except by people like me that didn't really listen to too much of her music. So Megan Thee Stallion is now turning more into a celebrity, someone outside of the rap game, someone that's becoming bigger for every reason except her music. She dropped her Good News album, and I didn't hear too much of a peep from any non-Megan Thee Stallion fans all year. Now, you know your shit's popping when people that aren't truly in your fan base are saying, hey, you dropped some, that was good. I'm not a Kanye West fan by any means, but I could tell you that Donda was one of the best albums of the year, and I can continue to stand on that stance. I'm not a huge Drake fan by any stance, but I could tell you Certified Lover Boy was one of my favorite albums. I'm not in those fan bases, and yet I can tell you I like those albums. So why is it that non-Megan Thee Stallion fans can only tell you, it was alright, or not say anything about it at all? But of course, Megan Thee Stallion fans, the hotties, are gonna blow that shit up. And I barely even heard a peep from them. I hear more about the barbs that I don't even follow than I do from the hotties. Megan Thee Stallion doesn't approach on any list. She's not any huge list. She's not really doing all too well at the moment. But her beginning and the beginning of 2020 before the whole incident made people really guess, yeah, she's gonna be something special. She's still popular in this game, and she's still dropping pretty good quality music for those that like that type of music. And it's very hard to, disagree that she is elite. Again, that is hard to dispute right now. She has number ones to her name. She has dropped some high quality projects. Well, a few, just 2. Yeah, I'll say 40% is good for now, but 40% and she's dropping. And she's dropping very, very, very fast.
And I know Poppy get a key for the quarter. Shawty barely seen the double C's, I bought her.
Man, you can't help but be very proud of Rodney Rich. Seriously. Was once a disciple of the California great Nipsey Hussle, and the guy has broken out on his own as a rap phenomenon. He is a superstar in this game, already so young, and it's amazing. There is no questioning it if you were questioning it before. He just recently got a diamond plaque for the box. And I'm starting to see people say, man, TikTok really bailed this nigga out. TikTok is a credit to that song being as big as it was, and essentially, if that song wasn't so big, people probably wouldn't have tried out the album. But once you get a little success, I will use Doja Cat as an example for this every time. That Move song was just a predecessor to what was to become a phenomenon in the rap game for Doja Cat as well. See, you get all the attention, and then you show everybody why they should stay tuned. And Rodney Rich has done that. He's still an anthem guy today. Don't tell me you haven't turned on the radio and heard late at night. It's been come on, you've heard that song. If you haven't heard that song, you just haven't turned the radio on, because goddamn, I'm sick of hearing the shit. But let me tell you something. Anyone that thinks that Rodney Rich is only big and is still as big as he is because of TikTok needs to get their head surgically removed from their ass, because that is so far from the truth it doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you something. The guy is a special talent. Melodic rap, hood rap, it doesn't matter. He is going to do it, and he's going to excel at it. And Rodney Rich is superbly talented for somebody his age. Man, this new school is looking great if you look in the right places. Rodney Rich, essentially, if he continues on this career trajectory, he's already as big as he is in only 2 years. 2 years, and he doesn't really have any outside looming issues that anyone should worry about. Not getting shot at, not getting fucking arrested for doing dumb shit, punching women in the face, not, getting into any domestic disputes, none of that stuff. The guy just makes music, and he's just good at doing that. And he's got an album coming out on my birthday, so that's great. So I got a birthday present by Rodney Rich, so definitely kind of biased by putting him on this list, but whatever. Rodney Rich, with this career trajectory, should be a legend by, I'd say, 2025. And hell, that's not me being generous at all. Because me being generous would be me saying, he's going to be a legend next year. Nah. By next year, 45% will possibly look like 65%. And after that, it's possibly going to look like 85%. And then if he keeps on doing great shit, it's going to be 100%, and there's nothing a lot of people can do about it. And when I mean a lot of people, I mean only people in Rodney Rich's camp can stunt his growth. And hopefully that doesn't happen.
Load up the bass, now I feel like I ripped it. She had it her way, now she out of a Bentley.
Migos, motherfucking Migos. Oh, I bet the hairs on my ass right now that there are people going ape shit crazy at that 50 percentile for Migos. Dude, Migos are fucking good at rap. They're fucking good, and they're super influential. Yeah, I've got 3 balls and a big dick. It's not suspicious that I have to go to the doctor on Sunday, but let me tell you something. I'm going to piss a lot of people off with what I'm about to say right now. 40% of this 50% is influence, and 10% is rappability. Now, true or false, if more rappers were in the game like the Migos, you could credit the Migos for being the innovators of that style. But how much more legendary would the Migos be if all those people were just much better rappers than the Migos were? Yeah. Then, if I would give a 50 percentile to all those people, who's more legendary if I'm giving Migos the 40% on influence, but those guys get 40% on the rap ability? Those guys are going to keep leveling up because people want to keep listening to them, and people don't listen to people because of influence. They listen to people because you're just good at rapping or they relate to you the most. Influence is something that you can't see or can't hear. Fucking rap ability is more plausible, is more obvious. Now, Migos with their mixtapes that got them on, you know what I'm saying, that got them as big as they were, yeah, they really woke the rap game up. Because here it is, three family members, they're coming in the game and tearing shit up with this new this new rap style that no one's really even heard before. And now they're killing shit. They are. Culture 1 comes out. People think that they're the biggest they've ever been. Oh my God, who are these guys? I love these guys. And then Culture 2 comes out. It starts to become a lot more evident that these guys are just middle of the mall ass rappers. Then Culture 3 comes out and they don't really change anything. They don't make any waves. It's just an album to listen to. It's not great by any means. It's not fucking horrible. 2 out of 10 bad like Fantano said. But goodness gracious, the Migos are becoming just another group. If they're not doing a feature, they really don't have any purpose making a fucking project unless it's going to be something new that they haven't scrapped out of their over 1,000 projects that they've made in the studio. Like, that's fucking disgraceful. Yeah, we made all this shit back in 2018, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, we giving the fans something from our prime. And then what happens if something from your prime isn't good? All of a sudden, you got rappers that are now being carried by their influence, as does a lot of rappers. A lot of rappers get carried by their influence, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're legends. Yes, they're legends in a sentimental regard, but that does not mean that in the rap game, they change anything with what they're for way too long. Now, instead of that being a plausible thing to reference for the future, that now just becomes a nostalgia because that shit gets forgot about. Curtis Blow was an innovator for his time, but there's no one rapping like him anymore. He's a nostalgic, influential artist. So, if that makes any sense to you, you will understand why the Migos are at this number, this low, and are at 50% and dropping. Because the more they keep doing what they're doing, everyone's just going to keep on stating how influential they are and forget to talk about the quality of the music that's coming out of their fucking mouths in 2020.
To carry a gun when they going outside. Stay in the mirror whenever you drive. Overprotective, go.
During my time on YouTube, I've really started to mature as a content creator, not being as crazy, not being as quote-unquote toxic. I said during my greater reign for Lil Baby that I don't think that he would top 2020. I think he just got a little lucky. And you know what? That's horse shit right now. By judging by the trajectory of Lil Baby's career right now, yeah, it's only a matter of fucking when, not if. There's no if anymore. The fans are behind Lil Baby. The rap community is behind Lil Baby. It's his turn. It is his turn. I've seen people compare him to Lil Wayne, and you know what? It's starting to look more and more true. A lot true. Lil Baby up to this point has 92 hits on the fucking Billboard. And yeah, that's a fucking lot for someone his age. He's about 25, 26, give or take. I'm not too keen on his age. I don't really look. I'm not too in celebrities' asses. But let me tell you something. 2020 was the year for Lil Baby. He will never forget that year because that is the year where he caught the most attention for his career. Yes, his initial blow up happened and he was pretty big at that moment, but he started to fall off a tad. You know, it wasn't, had to pick up a little steam. No one was really caring too much about what he was dropping. But at the same time, he was just one of them dudes in the rap game. Now, you turn around and 2020 hits and he is one of the biggest acts in the game. Not just the rap game, but the music industry. Man, he keeps up what he's doing right now. He keeps up what he's doing. I say by 2024, this man's going to have about 100 and maybe 30 hits to his name. And then at that point, If we're going to say that he's going to have that much hits in them many years, imagine 2030. Because let me tell you something. The 2020s, and God forbid if he dies, because I really don't want that to happen, because Lil Baby is a very good artist and I do enjoy his music now. He has the potential to be the guy for this generation. The guy for this, for these new school guys. The guy, okay? So honestly, I was wrong. I was very wrong. I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong. Grade or rank, at this particular moment right now, at the time of recording, Lil Baby is a new age great right now. He is. But we're talking about all together in the rap game, not just right now. But right now, yes, Lil Baby is probably fucking 1A, 1B as far as new school rappers go. If we're talking about, guys past 2000 and maybe 15, then sure.
Come cut my hair, cause I'm having it, nigga. Got me and my little bitch be dressing. Get the salad.
I'm gonna have a lot of people scratching their heads with this one, but I'm about to explain. Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby really have the same problem, kinda. The problem with that is, Megan Thee Stallion sits at 40%, DaBaby sits at 55%. I bet the women watching this right now are like, it's because she's a woman. You're not gonna give her an edge because she's a woman. Not really, but it kind of attributes to it. And the dudes are like, it's because that bitch Megan Thee Stallion trash. She only make music for thoughts. And DaBaby's lit. You know what I'm saying? I get hyped to his shit. I smack my girlfriend to his music. And then the reasonable people are waiting for my explanation, then I'm stretching out. But I'm about to give it. They're both outside the booth issues. They're both drama magnets. They're both super, super popular only when it comes to the drama exuding and surrounding their names. It's really a curse. It's a blessing at the same time, because then that generates into them becoming better rappers. Somehow they're better rappers because they get more bad attention, which is very bad. But I'm giving the big edge to DaBaby because I truly believe DaBaby's the better hit maker. He is the rapper that's going to make better quality music. At the time of recording, DaBaby has 52 hits to his name, and Megan Thee Stallion has 22. Yes, Megan Thee Stallion has one extra number one hit, but a lot of people are going to drag her because one of those number ones was WAP. And again, I do think Cardi B is a big reason why that song was as big as it was. Just because, she hadn't been rapping for a while. So maybe that was the reason. But if you want any more of a explanation, Cardi B kind of returned this year with Up. And that shit was number one. So what does Megan Thee Stallion really have to do with it? If Megan Thee Stallion had made a song with Sweetie, would WAP have been number one? A lot of people would say no. But I'm not trying to drag Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not trying to drag her hits, because she got her own number one hit with Savage, with Beyonce. I'm not going to sit here and say Beyonce is the reason that it was the number one. She really had that trending all over the place. But this is about DaBaby. DaBaby is really good at making anthems. He's really good at making hits. He's really good at making good music. I legitimately like DaBaby as a rapper. I think he's extremely talented. I think he's a generational talent. I think as long as he stays out of trouble and doesn't die or get arrested for a 25 to life because he slapped the fuck out of some female or robbed somebody or, God forbid, shot somebody up and killed someone else, he's going to stick around for a while. He's probably going to be a really, really big rapper. Again, that's if he stays out of fucking trouble, which is very hard for him to do because he's a real nigga, quote unquote. There's no fucking way that DaBaby shouldn't be as big as he is. I just want the guy to stay out of fucking jail and to not be in trouble, because that's the only thing stopping him from being bigger. Getting canceled for saying homophobic slurs and getting your shows canceled and people pulling out of performance, you know what I'm saying, wanting you to not show up to their events and stuff like that, that's going to really hurt your chances. DaBaby really has always sat at 55% for me since the jump. Since he really began, everyone kind of sits on the 50 percentile when I just find out about them. And judging by your music, your popularity, and everything else going on for you, it drops. Guys like Denzel Curry are like 5%, and guys like, JID are probably like fucking 0% right now. But beyond all that shit, it is what it is. The baby is here and he's here to stay. Another guy that I feel like could lead the new generation into better things if he stays out of trouble. So I do think that the baby's a lot better with the drama than Megan Thee Stallion. I don't mean the actions. I mean as far as people ignoring the drama and going right back to appreciating the music, because I feel like the baby's a lot more appreciated than Megan Thee Stallion is, which is why he gets a much bigger edge than Megan Thee Stallion. They came out at the same time, and yet I feel like the baby has passed her way up. And that should not happen. But again, Megan's here on this list, so not too bad. Not super bad. She could have got replaced by an honorable mention, by the way, and I'll tell you who that is when I do drop the honorable mention list, but that'll be soon. So TKG, I am splitting this video up, obviously, because you see the part 1. I didn't know I would be splitting it up in when I was doing the intro. I thought I'd be doing the whole video, but I feel it's better for you guys and myself that I don't drop a 40-minute video on you guys, so you get burnt out by number 5 or whatever the case may be, or maybe even 6 you got burnt out. But I don't want you guys to get intimidated by a long time limit and then not watch the whole thing. I'd rather you watch most of this video and then watch most of the next video than to not watch most of one video, if you get my drift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, guys, part 2 will be coming sometime this week, possibly even tomorrow, possibly even later today. But honorable mentions will be coming out after the part 2 is uploaded. Beyond any case, guys, you tell me if you want somebody on this list, if somebody's too high, who you think will be in part 2. You know what I'm saying? Who you take off. Who the underground people from your state you would like to see on here. Anything, man. Get that dialogue going in the comment section. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be chopping it up with y'all. But beyond any case, guys, vibe, have a good time, and I will see y'all later, man. Stay safe. Peace out.
Get batshit dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a